My message for ISAGA is definitely to continue doing this work with games, and especially to bring games to the places where they are the most needed and where they also have a place.
Le simulation in gaming, ou jeu et simulation, c'est une pratique de la simulation qui permet de mettre de l'interactivité dans la façon donc de simuler un processus.
I had as my goal that at the end of my 4 years, ISAGA would be settled and established well enough to have had its 50th anniversary. And here we are at 54. I guess my message is keep playing and keep growing.
Keep going on. You are a great network. It helped me so much to shape my career, to do the things I really like in the simulation world.
On va prendre un problème complexe de la réalité et on va proposer une abstraction à travers la simulation. Et cette abstraction, on va pouvoir interagir avec elle à travers du coup des mécaniques de jeu. Et donc c'est pour ça en fait que cette communauté Simulation in Gaming a organisé cette conférence annuelle pour que les personnes puissent se retrouver et parler, montrer leur jeu, ressentir également les différentes formes d'interaction qu'il peut y avoir, les formes également d'émotions et comment on peut ensuite retraduire ces émotions à travers des temps de débriefing.
I didn't get the game, sorry.
Certaines familles se portent plutôt bien avec des surplus au début et à la fin ils arrivaient quand même à manger à leur faim.
En général, c'est la performance sur cette capacité collective qui va faire la différence si on est dans des situations gagnant-gagnant ou perdant-perdant.
You had a remark at one point of saying, I think in reality I would not have done that. But I think you would have done that in reality. And not in the sense of like it's a bad thing, but it's like you have to feed your community. Yeah. Why would you try to protect a forest when you have people to feed and it's your family? Like,
but it's also about like whether we should more cooperate or like compete with each other, if we should focus more on the well-being of the whole island or my own community.
The serious game begins after play. So you have to sort of reflect on what in a game relates to our models of reality, and then we have to translate that into action in reality.
My name is Charles from Kenya, and I have a serious game that I'm presenting here that tries to answer to some of the common problems that we face in Kenya in terms of the water availability in an upstream downstream gradient. So we always have every year having a conflicts because of water availability issues. So this game tries to mimic what happens during dry season and trying to explore if we can have alternatives to that. So it helps bring these people together and they start engaging and exploring things and seeing from a broader and responsibility for each and every person.
I think there's several things that come into play when you talk about impact. So the first thing is like what kind of impact, and the impact on who? Is it the impact on you as a researcher to better understand the system? The impact for the people that play the game? I actually just presented a talk about this.
There is a lot of focus always in climate change, focusing on carbon. More recent studies have shown that actually the impact of water on climate change might even be larger.
Simulation is not a game. When you speak about simulation, you assume that is a serious learning activity and not a game. The question is why a lot of simulation change their name for serious game. It shows a hybrid aspect of the serious game.
So it's user dependent and it's goal dependent.
Focusing on systemic effects only.
Increasing empathy, another one, yeah.
Conversation and the methodology itself is also evolving process.
The way we implement resilience learning capacities.
On s'accapare d'abord nous les ressources et après on pense au reste.
And the subtitle is Game of Conscientization.
There are difficult collaboration between farmers.
In a community, you have different roles.
Si vous le faites avec les bonnes intentions, d'autres les utiliseront pour un autre projet politique.
We have to show even more creativity.
It's an interesting point. Do we believe people will be happy in the future?
It's really good to have a really regular conference on this, especially to show the diversity that we can also make impact.
since we started to participate in ISAGA, we get to know many people and learn many things, and I would like to say thank you to ISAGA.
And maybe in the future, one day, we will organize a conference.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here.
Yes.
We were so happy to receive you in La Rochelle. It's been really 4 days which have been intense, with a lot of connections, with a lot of also of emotions and happiness to be together once more. And it was a great moment of scientific exchange to have this great domain of simulation and gaming continue to evolve and to prosper around the world. Thank you very much.
So a huge applause to Nicolas and his team.
Yeah. Congratulations. Okay.
And I think I give Barbara.
Oh my God. What's happening now?
One education.
Wow, I should have put in the car to attack you.
How many do we have? 7?
I think as planners, because we are planners, so if I'm a planner, what would be my priority?
Est-ce qu'on la met celle-là en priorité?
I like the idea of being able to communicate through telepathy. So in this world there's no phones. So also in the government meeting you would be turning on, for instance, empathy mode. So you can actually feel what it's like to be in someone else's shoes having this issue. And you can also turn on simulation mode, and we can all look at the simulation of different scenarios playing out so that we're collectively looking at different options as they take place. So gaming is like really part of
Gaming is central.
Gaming is central in this world, yeah.
Thank you.